preoccupied this morning?
No more preoccupied than I, I'm afraid. I'm Esther. Queen Esther. You may remember I was written up in the Old Testament.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm Judith. You probably read about me in the Apocrypha.
Can't say that I have. But then I haven't done all that much reading since I left the land of the living.
I see. How is it that I haven't run into you before this?
Oh, I'm a newcomer here. I've only been up here 2,500 years.
I've been here 2,700 years, and they still consider me a tourist.
Well, it hasn't been so long that I can resist the impulse to look down upon my Persian Empire and see how it's getting along.
I was doing the same thing, checking up on my city of Bethulia. I can't help but wonder if they miss me.
I guess, if the truth were known. I find it hard to separate myself from the scene of my greatest achievements.
Isn't it, though? I still thank the good Lord for making me the most celebrated woman of Bethulia.
And I keep singing hymns of praise to God for helping me rise to be queen of an empire.
How could any two people be more favored by God than we were?
Favored? I was not favored. I was drenched in God's blessing. Imagine how dramatic it was, the most exciting search ever seen. And what they sought was a woman they thought could fill the job of queen. Imagine how my heart twittered, for I was one of those considered.
Be it known whereas the king has banished Queen Vashti from the rank of queen, taking from her forever all rights and privileges e'er pertaining thereto, and has conducted a search for a new and more worthy queen, the results of which have been determined. It is the king's pleasure to announce the installation of his new and prettier queen, Esther.
It seems like yesterday. What a blessing to be so beautiful.
Very nice. Very nice. And particularly nice that your king was not an enemy.
An enemy? I should say he wasn't.
I had to be beautiful enough to attract an enemy. An enemy general.
That sounds unnecessarily complicated.
Well, it was complicated, all right, but it was also very necessary. His army had surrounded our city. Imagine how precarious it was. My knees shook, my hands went down. For I was the one to get the job done by going to the general in his camp. I go and the thought now strikes me. I only get to live if he likes me.
This is the woman, sir. She was captured by one of our patrols. She says she has information for you.
What information would an Israelite woman have to give to an Assyrian general?
I can tell you how to take our city without losing one soldier, slain or captured.
Why would you give me this information?
I have no intention of being killed along with everyone else in this doomed place.
I see.
Shall I put her in a cell until the staff meeting with your military advisors?
No, such a valuable informant deserves more luxurious quarters.
Where then, sir?
I'll give it some thought.
Thrilling, isn't it? Imagine being beautiful enough to win the favor of an enemy general.
You think you were the only one with enemies? You obviously didn't know Haman.
Haman?
An enemy so full of hate, it was beyond imagining. Imagine how dismaying it was to be in the center of a war. The sinister prime minister was settling a private school.
Forgive this unannounced intrusion, but I have a message for you of the most pressing nature.
Yes, what is it?
Your father has discovered that Haman is secretly paying off the governors of all of the provinces so that they will kill all of your people and confiscate their property. Your father says you must tell the king.
But I cannot bring up matters of government with the king. That is punishable by death.
What then shall I tell your father?
Tell him I will risk it.
God bless you, my courageous queen.
It was a situation that called for courage, and God showered me with it.
A moving moment, no doubt, but falling slightly short of the truly heroic.
Falling short.
Yes, when you think of the scene that greeted the Israelite commander as I returned to the city. Imagine how cheerfully my people await my return. 4 days I was gone while the people struggled on, trouble and embracing concern. And the one they had placed their hope in arrived at the gates and cried, "Hope in!"
Judith! Thank heavens you're back. The whole city has been holding its breath while you were in the enemy camp.
All is well, Commander. The plan has been carried out. The enemy general is dead.
Judith, you brought about our moment of salvation. The Assyrians are now leaderless. Their chaos and disorder have become our allies. Israelites of Bethulia, open the gates and charge the Assyrians! The city has been saved by our beautiful and courageous Judith.
I feel fairly soaked in it myself.
Am I mistaken? Or are you actually comparing the meager blessings you've been given with the torrent of mine?
How can you not see that my meager blessings compare rather favorably with your drizzle?
Because I became a queen, and you became merely a person of some repute.
I saved a city from destruction. You merely married a king.
I didn't save a mere city. I saved an entire people.
By simply transferring information from your father's mouth to the king's ear.
At the risk of my life.
What risk? I lived in the enemy camp.
Totally protected by the enemy general. That is, until he lost his head over you.
They were dancing in the streets in my honor.
My people offered sacrifices to God in thanks for me.
How can you say that you're more blessed by God than I am?
I not only can say it, I am saying it.
Excuse me, don't you think you should stop this silly argument?
And furthermore, I can prove it. First, what did you say?
Aren't you wasting a lot of time and energy on pointless bickering?
How dare you call a conversation between two women of stature pointless bickering?
Yes, and what makes you think you can just barge into this conversation anyhow?
Because I too have been greatly blessed by God.
Well, whoop-de-doo for you.
Congratulations. Now, if you'll excuse us.
God gave me a son.
How extraordinary! We're very happy for you. Have a nice day.
But only for a while. Then God took him away from me and gave him to the world.
Wait a minute here. You just said you were greatly blessed by God.
You're not only impolite, you're inconsistent.
Then God convinced my son to give himself over to power-hungry evil men to be killed.
You've got to be kidding. You call that being blessed?
Oh yes,
Oh, come on.
for God raised my son from the dead,
Raised him.
thus making the hope of resurrection a firm reality for all believers.
So your son came back to you.
No, he ascended.
To here.
Yes.
Well, where did that leave you?
I was cared for the rest of my days by a follower of my son's.
Cared for.
Yes. I had clothes to wear, food to eat, and a roof over my head.
That's it.
That's all I needed.
This is some success story.
How can you say God has shown you any favor at all? He gave me the power to save my people, and I became a queen.
He gave me the power to save my city, and I became a celebrity.
Where is your crown?
Where is the dancing in the streets?
In the hearts of those who believe, there's a little space in an honored place. In the hearts of those who believe, where there's memory, they remember me. There are those who say I should breathe from the pain I know that was mine alone. But oh, the joy I receive from the hearts of those who believe. When they praise my song, and to me it's done. There are those who say I should grieve from the pain I've known that was mine alone. From the hearts of those who believe.
That's a very pleasant thought.
But it doesn't belong in the real world, right?
I couldn't have said it better.
Then let me leave you with a thought that may seem a bit more real to you.
Let's hear it.
Have you noticed? No more pointless bickering.
That's kind of sweet, isn't it?
You know, I actually think that she believes that she was a success in life.
Oh, she believes it all right. You can tell from the look on her face.
But how could she believe that God has blessed her when she's been through so much?
Imagine your own son, whom you've nurtured to manhood, is taken from you, killed, resurrected, and then taken from you again.
It boggles the mind. It's enough to make you wonder just how far God will go.
Yes, go on.
Just how far God will go.
Yes, you said that.
Esther, do you remember back, 2,000 years ago or so, when we all thought that God was going too far?
You mean when he briefly became a human being in order to redeem human beings?
Yes, I was very new here then, but it seems to me that I remember that he became human through an earthly mother.
I seem to remember something like that.
Esther, you don't suppose...
Judith! I'm surprised at you. Do you think for 1 minute that God himself would choose a plain, ordinary, nondescript woman like the one we just saw for the majestic honor of making himself human? God forbid! It's unthinkable.
It's unimaginable. He would naturally choose a woman of high achievement.
A woman of high position.
A woman of high station.
A woman of cultivation.
A woman of beauty.
A woman of culture.
A woman of breeding.
A woman of polish.
A woman of